So here we are. Almost 10 months has gone since I've been showing my face, and you can see why, probably. I was diagnosed with breast cancer the 20th of March 2024, and the kind of cancer I have is silent and it's almost invisible, and I understood that I had to go through, my choice was to go through the traditional treatment, which means operation and chemo and radiotherapy. And all the things that I thought I never had to put in my mouth, I had to do. I didn't have to do it, but it was my choice. I felt that that was the way to clear myself, heal myself, to get to another place. Of course, I did all the things I always do. I do all the energy work. I did all the clearings. I use my colleagues and my own knowledge to get to another place. But it was a tough ride, I must admit. And it was tough for me, and it was tough for the family, because you can't forget that it's one thing is that you go yourself through the process. But it's very tough to be the person next to you, and nobody remembers that, because the person next to you can't do anything except love you and hold space for you. But but that's it. So what I felt in the process was like, especially the chemo. The chemo was very, very tough. The first 4 ones, where you lose your hair and you lose your mind, basically, because it's like well, that's what I did. Other people react differently, but I'm very sensitive and I feel everything that's going on inside the body. So it was like a tough ride. And it felt like there were certain days every in the circles that I wanted to kill myself. And my husband said, no, I don't want to do that. And of course it was a chemical thing. Of course I didn't want to kill myself, but it was so tough that the system was like, oh no, if it's like this, no, never mind. And but when I started looking inside myself in the process, it was like looking at, after a war, all the buildings are barely there. There's like everything is bombed, and there's like this, then the structure is barely there, but then the body reconstructs itself, and that was the whole point. It's like we kill everything, and then the cancer is slow to get up, and the body is faster, and in the end the body hopefully wins. And that was the feeling too, this feeling of like every time, the last time was very tough. I was like, I can't handle anymore. It's too toxic. And I have had friends reaching out and saying, oh, what's going on? Because I have friends that are very sensitive. They're like, what's going on with you? This is not good. And it was not good, but it had to be done, because it's a protocol, and then you cannot go halfway. So you go through, and but then the body is like, it's coming back up in a strong way. It's like it's fighting for survival. That's the body. It's amazing. It's fighting for survival. It's like reconstructing itself. Of course, I did everything I could with treating myself with my colleagues. Doing sessions of family constellations, energy work, meditations, all the supplements that I could within what I could. But I can't do everything. And then the whole feeling of being deconstructed for me was very, very tough. To lose my hair. And then the second round, where you have 3 months of something else every week, you lose your eyebrows and your glasses, and it's like your whole personality. And then you gain lots of weight. It's like I gained 12 kilos. It's crazy. And then I also used acupuncture to help me through, and all the good stuff that you can use while you're in the process. But it's this construction of yourself as well is really really tough. It's like, who am I now? It's like, and you can feel in the cellular level, because that's how I work. It's my specialty. You can feel that the body is forced to reconstruct itself. But I also I had the feeling that the cancer was dying. So that's a good thing. And interestingly enough, I was never afraid that I was gonna die. But that's a chance, but you can't. You have to try to stay out of that fear thing. I went through all the phases of being angry and why me and all that, because I work with other people. I spend my life working with transformation for other people. It's like, so in one way it felt like, a PhD degree. So it's like, oh, now you take this and see what you can do with that. At the same time, I was like really revolting. It felt like I've been born in the wrong time, because it's like I was telling the doctors, why can't you just like cut and burn and poison? And they was like, well, I'm sorry, that's the only thing we can do right now. But it feels like there's so many more things that we can do in another time in the future. But we're not there yet. I'm not there yet. So apparently I had to go through this, and now I'm out on the other side. But I feel I want to change my life a bit. I'm very much into I never stop thinking about what to do with my clients, for my clients. Like, it's like this transformation is still always in my forefront, because I'm in the transformation myself, and I'm still don't know where I'm gonna land, but I definitely you get more focused. And I still, I don't know why I had this, why I had to have this. The world is very toxic. There's several, it was a hormonal thing, so it can be hormones in the food and whatever. But I came to the conclusion that it's not, and that was what my guides were saying as well. It's like there's no point of trying to figure out why, because it already happened. So what you can do is just accept, which is very difficult, has been difficult for me too. But accept, and then let it go, let things go, and let it move to another place. Stay true to yourself as much as you can. Be as true as you can. What helped me a lot was going into nature, where I am now still, and it also helped. I had a small group of friends that I felt that I could go to, where you just be, and everything was okay. You just be who you are at that moment, and you stay there half an hour or 5 minutes or 2 hours, doesn't matter, and then you go home. And then accept that there's some days that you can't do anything. But in the whole process, trying to keep my energy as high as possible. Challenging times, and I know I'm not the only one. I know it's like a lot of people had a lot of things going on in last year, 2024. It's a tough year for a lot of us, but I'm here, I'm alive, and kicking. Not so much energy still, because it's like not even a month since I stopped the radio treatment, and that was weird too, because it's like you feel there's this this hole in your body, and then you start reconstructing it the best you can. And do what the doctors tell you, and do what you know to do yourself. Run energy, clear the things out, and move on. And that's life. Humans are very, very resilient. So yeah, that's what has happened. And I will do some more videos and start communicating more. So now you know.